Oh. Feels so sickly. Hello, everyone. It's good afternoon, isn't it? Friday, best day of the week. Friday really is the best day of the week. Saturday's cool, but Saturday you have Sunday on your mind. Sunday you have Monday on your mind. Friday is like the world is your oyster. Anything is possible on a Friday. What's up, ladies and gents? Not going to be a long stream today. Today was going to be a PowerPoint stream where I still have to work on Friday. Yeah, true. But then when you get off of work, the world is your oyster. And work on Friday is not even that bad. True. Saturday mornings are pretty elite. That much is true. Yeah, we'll look at the... So we did look at, briefly looked at the ESPN's top 100 list a couple of days ago. We'll really dive into it a bit today. I mean, it's fucking bad. We'll look at it. We'll compare it to my top 100 list as well. I wish I laid it out for you guys, but I didn't. So today's going to be a bit of a shorter stream. My allergies are just destroying me, dude. I feel like shit. I don't know if it's because it's so windy outside or what, but I mean, holy shit. Like, one of my eyes is damn near swollen shut. One of my eyes is damn near swollen shut. And then we have NFL picks. How's my cat? My cat is still sneezing. So I had a bit of a panic attack a couple days ago because I looked up. Well, is he sneezing or coughing? Because that's a big difference in my opinion, right? I looked up and it's almost impossible to tell the difference between a cat sneezing and coughing. They sound almost identical, right? I'm like, okay, if this is coughing, then I need to take him to the fucking vet, right? Well, it is sneezing. How do I know? Because he lays on top of me, and whenever he sneezes, his fucking snot goes all over my face. So it's definitely sneezing, right? But he's been better the last couple of days. Still sneezing every now and then, but it's not like it was a few days ago. So I'm thinking that he just has allergies the same way I do. Beautiful boy. And the reason why I was never really that concerned was because he, I mean, he's still acting normal. He's not lethargic. He's eating. He's drinking water. He's sleeping a normal amount. Where if that weren't the case, I'd definitely be a little bit more concerned, but I do think he's going to be okay. When the Rangers make the World Series, they'll have home field advantage. Man, whoo, that's going to be something, huh? Sunday? Man. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. God, man, like it's just gonna be so tense. Live right now, fully reacting to ESPN's top 100 list. NFL picks, I guess. Are we really about to see a World Series in Arlington, Texas? Oh my God. Get in here. ESPN top 100. So this list is really bad. Somebody asked earlier in the chat, do I think it's clickbaity or what? Here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, these are just riders. And listen, everybody has their biases. You know, people don't accept it like me. But everybody has their biases. And it's just, you know, 'cause here's another harsh reality, man. Most media people fucking hate Kyrie Irving. Like, that's just true. They do. They don't like him. They don't like that he's dismissive of the media. They might disagree with some of the stuff he said or shared, which is completely and totally fair, by the way. But they just disagree. They don't like him. And so for them, you know, yeah, it's a little bit vengeful. Like, yeah, I'm going to put him lower on my list. Fuck him. That's definitely a very real thing, in my opinion. And there's definitely, you know, Deadspin back whenever they actually made good stuff. I had a friend share me I don't even know how my friend came across this. I have a friend who, one of my very best friends. He's hilarious. He like actively seeks out negative stories about our sports teams. You know, because it's one thing to have, it's one thing to be on Twitter or something and something pops up and you're like, oh, fuck this guy or whatever. What is this guy talking about? Like, my friend just actively seeks it out, which is hilarious. He sent me an article from Deadspin about how Luka embarrassed the NBA. I mean, it was just some dog shit article by some up-and-coming writer, right? He was talking about how the Mavericks embarrassed the NBA by losing to Real Madrid, which is a complete and total joke. But whatever. Like, it's not anybody important. That's really mean to say. I don't mean it that way. I'm saying it's not like a huge platform or a national writer that people know. It's just some random guy. Okay, which again sounds mean to say, but it is what it is. He sent me that article or that tweet from Deadspin that linked the article. It had 2 likes in like an 8-hour span. So I don't even know how he found this article, but it had 2 likes, no replies, no quotes, no retweets. Dude, Deadspin has 800,000 followers on Twitter. Like, damn, man. Crazy. How did I even get on that tangent? How did I even get on that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now. They posted an article once that really broke down ESPN's, the method behind ESPN's madness, which was, since they're a 24/7 station, they have shows on all the time. In order to keep people interested in those shows, especially when there's, low points in the season, low points in the year, is just generate random bullshit and talk about it on the shows. Like, you create your own news stories. You create your own news cycle. By saying, hey, Kyrie's 34th best player in the NBA. All right, then all of a sudden, now we get to go on First Take on Monday morning and talk about it. Now we can go on whatever fucking show, NBA Inside, whatever it's called. I don't watch it. What is it called? Inside the NBA? That's not what it is. NBA Today, whatever it's called. We can go on that show and talk about it, right? We can get our podcast to talk about it. We can write other follow-up articles to talk about it. We can inevitably talk about the response to it. Because Kyrie did post something on Instagram about it, or an Instagram comment about it. It's called throwing shit against the wall to see if something sticks. Yeah, I mean, embarrassing, but it makes sense when you have a 24/7. It would be like me, honestly. It would be like me doing my top 100 list and then somebody else coming on my channel the next day to stream and be like, Sonny Bias is a fucking idiot. That would actually be funny. Now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'm a little bit too harsh. You guys see my team name in my fantasy league over here? When's my punishment? Listen, when you know, you know. We do last place punishments in this league. When you know it, it's over for me. And you want to know what's insane about? Time to open the call-in for haters. Listen, guys, this is why you want to follow Playback. Playback.tv/slightlybiased. My thoughts are for this upcoming season, and you guys tell me if this is a good idea or not. So obviously the huge benefit of playback is we can watch games together. You sync up your League Pass. They're partnering with League Pass this year. It's a great partnership, and we can watch the games together when the Mavericks don't play. That will be fun, right? Here's the thing. You can watch... you could do streams on playback the same way we do streams over here on YouTube. But there's a built-in call-in feature. And you don't have to link up your League Pass or anything like that for this for you to participate in this. So right now, my idea is we stream Mavs games over here, right? Same as always. But we do a post-game show over on playback.tv where you guys can call in, and we fully implement that over the course of a season. What are the thoughts and opinions of that, ladies and gentlemen? And maybe even a pregame show as well. Cray with the $10. Hey, man, my first dog pass this week, and I just want to say thank you for all the great streams and content. They've helped me get through a lot. Keep doing you. I'm very sad to hear that, Cray. I'm very sad to hear that, man. Pets should live forever. Pets should live forever. And they do live forever in our hearts. Just remember, that dog was only here for a portion of your life, but for them, you were their whole life. So take some solace in that. You made them a very happy dog. They had a very good life. Rest in peace, our comrades, our animal comrades. Not sure if I could handle loss of a pet. Would have to get a turtle or something so it outlives me. It is Friday the 13th. Which kind of reminds me, because I was thinking about getting, like, oh, I should have gotten somewhere to get tattooed. I have to get the fucking country of Australia tattooed on me. I had admittedly completely forgotten about it. And, I need to do that. I need to figure out when the fuck I'm doing that. Probably can get a good deal today for it. You have to book like Friday the 13th things like way in advance. Usually. In most cases that I've seen. How big will it be? I'm not entirely sure yet. Not on my bicep, no. It'll be a leg tattoo for sure. I just feel like leg tattoos, the chances that I have to explain it are slim to random people. Bicep tattoos, I will be needing to explain it probably pretty much every single fucking time I'm out. Because, my other tattoos, usually people don't care about your tattoos. But if it's something like Australia, people are going to be curious, I feel like. He keeps telling me to download on phone when to try to turn noties on playback. So I don't know much about what's going on in the back end. They just recently came out of beta, so. So how do we feel about the post-game stuff? I mean, is that something that's interesting to you guys? It wouldn't take away from anything going on over here. It would just be an added content to what we already have going on. And I hate to step on toes because there's some people who do great post-game shows. We talk Mavs. They do great stuff. Glowyard, they do great stuff over there. TGK does a great pregame show. But, the game's the game. All right, so let's fully dive into this top 100 list now that it's done and over with. And I'll really briefly compare it to my top 100 list, which we did. Was that a week ago? A week ago today. That marathon ass stream. And anytime I say, hey, today's not going to be a long stream, I end up streaming way longer than I anticipate. So let's just get into it. I have some things to say. First and foremost, I want to say this. I already said this in my Derek Lively video I posted a couple of days ago on here. But I've really been thinking about this lately. Because I was just, perusing Mavs Reddit. Terrible mistake. But either way, I was perusing Mavs Reddit. Terrible mistake. Either way, I was perusing Mavs Reddit. Horrible mistake. And the vibes are terrible. I guess I haven't realized how bad the vibes are. I don't know if it's because the Mavericks have not won a preseason game yet or what the case is, but the vibes are fucking horrible in Mavs fandom. People think, Mavs fans think we're going to be terrible. I mean, it's definitely possible. Here's the thing. Last year was an anomaly. I feel so confident in that. I'm standing on business when it comes to that. You play out last season 100 times, I think we probably got the worst scenario. Honestly, I really do. Just the amount of more clutch losses than anybody in the NBA. Some terrible injury luck here and there. A few bounces that don't go our way. And a few terrible late game collapses. Which obviously that was who the team was last year. But I just feel like you play that season out 100 times. I think we probably got the worst. Or at least one of the absolute worst case scenarios. Right? Compared to Luka's rookie year, that team was actually semi-competitive until they blew it up to go out and get KP. Obviously, KP was injured, so it's not like he came in and helped immediately. Bubble, 7th seed. Took a good Clippers team to 6 games. Next year, 5 seed. Took a very good Clippers team that still to this day I say would have won the finals that year if Kawhi didn't tear his ACL in the next round. Took them to 7 games. 4 seed the year after that. Went to the Western Conference Finals. Who do we think that team? I mean, really? Like, why is it that it feels like everyone's acting like last year's who this team is, and it's not what the team was before that? Last year, Reggie Bullock was starting at the 4. God bless him. God bless him. But Reggie Bullock was our starting power forward for much of the year. Our rim protectors were non-existent. Our rebounders were non-existent. We had more clutch losses than anybody in the NBA, which is something that fluctuates quite a bit over the course of, a couple of seasons. Why is it that that's our year? And I pose this question, because this is what you need to think about. Mark Williams. Let's not forget, the Charlotte Hornets, I mean, most of you guys probably don't even know this. The Charlotte Hornets plugged Mark Williams into the starting lineup and gave him starter minutes. They were the 7th best defense over, the last 3 months of the season. Okay? Mark Williams is that guy. He's really fucking good. Walker Kessler. Was it 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting? Very good. Jalen Duren, rebounding machine. Great rim protector. If you add any of those 3 guys to last year's Mavericks team, do they get 5 or 6 more wins? If your answer to that question is yes, then congratulations. You think the Mavericks are going to the playoffs this year. Because regardless of how terrible last season was for the Mavericks, if you think one of those rookie centers impacts the team enough to improve their win total by 5 or 6 games, that's not a playing team. They're the 6th seed. Not a playing team, the 6th seed. Okay? Now we add Derek Lively. Can Derek Lively have a similar impact to one of those rookies? We're not asking him to be a top 10 center in the league immediately. But can he provide a positive impact? And then add Grant Williams, someone who's actually fit to play the 4, into the 4. This team is going to be better. If last season went as bad as it could have and preseason has gone as bad as it could have, I think people are right to be concerned. I still don't think the preseason has gone as bad as it could have. Take away one disastrous quarter by the guys who are actually playing. The first quarter against Minnesota, where they went 0 of 13 from 3 and Minnesota couldn't miss. It really hasn't been bad at all. Genuinely, I think there's enough stuff to be encouraged by. What do you think about Sack? I like Sack Kinks. They are nasty, especially Fox's deep penetration or Sabonis technique, although his elbow play has gone too far for me, but no kink shaming. Please don't ban me. I'm considering banning you. Considering it. I'm not spoiling. I thought about doing an over-under stream today, but I don't want to spoil that because next week is when we do our conference predictions and stuff like that. The Kings, how do I want to word this? I think there's a very, if I had to make a bet right now, will the Kings be closer to the 3 seed, which they were a year ago? Or will the Kings be closer to missing the playoffs? I won't say what my opinion is, but just know that I even asked the question. Shows you what my opinion is on that. Okay? I do want to say really quickly too, I have not even had the chance to watch preseason games yet. This weekend I don't have much going on, but I've been absolutely insanely busy over the past couple of nights, and I have not gotten a legit chance to watch most of the preseason. Now, preseason usually doesn't mean shit. Okay, I saw Suns fans sucking their own dicks talking about Devin Booker is the closest thing to Kobe Bryant. This is real, by the way. Devin Booker is the closest thing to Kobe Bryant because he hit a pull-up three over Scoot Henderson in a preseason game. So maybe I don't want to watch preseason, but I will. Suns are looking good. Suns are going to be good if they're healthy. That's not the stuff with the Suns is, for me at least, is not whether they're going to be good or not when their 3 guys are playing. It's what happens if one of them gets injured. That's really it. Scoot looked really good too. I did actually watch a good bit of that game. And if Mavs young players don't show up and show out, I'll be a little worried looking at the competition. Yeah, the West, it's going to come down to how it usually does, which is which teams are the least destroyed by injuries. Last year, the Nuggets were a class above the rest, right? They were also relatively healthy. No teams can be fully healthy, but they were relatively healthy. But still, they were head and shoulders better than anyone else. Memphis dealt with a lot of injuries, but they were still good. After that, do we really think the Kings were the 3rd best team in the West? No. They weren't. They were not the 3rd best team in the West. But they were healthy. Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but damn near historically healthy. I don't know if we've ever seen a team this healthy. Then you have the teams below them. I mean, the Lakers, who were terrible to start the season. The Warriors, who were just very strangely horrible on the road. The Suns dealt with a lot of injuries. The Clippers, obviously. The Pelicans, obviously. The Mavericks, here's what doesn't get talked about a lot with the Mavericks last season. They dealt with a lot of injuries. Like, I think people felt like, oh, this Mavericks team, they just fucking suck. The Mavericks dealt with a ton of injuries as well. Is it a hot take to have the T-Wolves over the Kings? I don't think at all. Yeah, actually, we lost everyone for like 2 months. Yeah, the Mavericks dealt with a lot of injuries a year ago. So just something to think about. I really don't. I don't know, man. The West is stacked, and is it possible the Mavericks are a playing team or a playing team? Yes. Do I think that they're 11 seed? I just don't see a way. I really don't. Knock on glass, unless something insane happens. All right, so let's scroll through ESPN's top 100 list. I'll compare where they have guys to where I have guys. They have Mitchell Robinson number 100. I did not have Mitchell Robinson ranked, I don't think. Barely missed the cut. Barely missed the cut. Jonas Valanciunas, 99th. I did not have Jonas Valanciunas ranked. Colin Sexton, 98th. I did not have Colin Sexton ranked. So immediately I chime in with haven't you people ever heard of Derek White? Derek White did not make this list at all, which feels to me an oversight. Like that just feels to me like they forgot him. That actually feels to me like, if I had to guess, they just looked at the starting 5 of every team, and I'm assuming like on their depth chart, Derek White's coming off the bench, and they just actually forgot about him. That's honest to God what I think happened. I had Derek White ranked 53rd. They didn't have Derek White in their list at all. They also did not have Nick Claxton on this list. So no Derek White, no Nick Claxton, which I had Claxton 61st. I don't understand those two guys missing the list entirely. That seems to me like either a terrible oversight or, I mean, God bless Colin Sexton, but over Derek White, like, in what world? Not in this world. Like Valanciunas over Nick Claxton. Grant Williams 97th. They did have Grant Williams in here. Hey, I respect it. I fuck with it. I did not have Grant Williams ranked, but hey, I'm not going to complain. All right. You're not going to see me complaining about this. Harrison Barnes 96th. I did not have Harrison Barnes ranked, but you know, I see the argument for sure. Jalen Williams at 95. I had Jalen Williams 77th. Mavs super team. Yeah, Mavs. Hey, Mavs got 3 top 100 guys. No excuses, baby. No excuses. I think Jalen Williams is better than the 95th best player in the NBA, but, you know, whatever. Russell Westbrook at 94. I did not have Russ ranked, but I wanted to. I did want to. This is a list off projections too. Yeah, we should say that. This is similar to mine. Like, how will this list look at the end of the season type of list. Mike Conley at number 93. I had Mike Conley 78. I just like his impact a lot. Emmanuel Quickley at 92. Quickley's a dog. Josh Hart at 91. Feels a little high to me. I'm just going to be real. I do think Quickley's better than Josh Hart, just immediately right off the rip. I'll just say that. Y'all rather have Quickley or Russ? On the Mavericks, honestly, I would rather have Emmanuel Quickley. John Collins at 90. This one made me do this. This one made me do this. This one made me think this. Oh, they're not. Oh, okay. They're not watching. They didn't watch. This to me feels... This to me feels like no Nick Claxton on this list, but John Collins is here, huh? Huh. Can't quite say I understand it. Can't quite say I respect it either. So I don't know what the fuck it is. Like John Collins or PJ Washington. John Collins or Okongwu. John Collins, I'm just looking at bigs that I had ranked. John Collins or Jabari Smith. I could see an argument for John Collins there, but I don't think Jalen Duren's on this list. John Collins or Jalen Duren. I don't think Wendell Carter Jr. made this list at all, actually. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. did not make this list. And John Collins is here. That is just a fucking joke. What's going on here? Robert Williams at 89. no problem with that. No problem with that. Kevon Looney, 88. I had Looney at 82, so we're pretty aligned there. Buddy Hield at 87. I had Buddy Hield at 92. Pretty aligned. Kyle Kuzma at 86. Feels a little low for Kuzma. I had Kuzma 68th, but okay. Anthony Simons at 85. So I didn't rank Anthony Simons, but I actually thought about it. Thought about it more than I honestly thought that I would have thought about it. So I guess I could see a world this year. You know, everyone thinks that Shaden Sharp will be the young guy alongside Scoot that breaks out, but it could be Anthony Simons. I don't know what that backcourt looks like still. But I am interested to see what Anthony Simons looks like this year. Clint Capella at 84. Yep. I had him at 88. That's fair. Tobias Harris at 83. I unfortunately dropped Toby off my list, and it pained me. You guys know I'm a Tobias Harris defender and supporter. It did pain me. It did pain me. I have no problems with him being ranked. Cam Johnson at 82. So I understand I'm like stupidly high in Cam Johnson. I had him 56th. I'm actually a big believer in him this year. Bobby Portis at 81. So again, I got to go back. Bobby Portis on here, but no Nick Claxton. MT with the 2. Sorry for my message. Thanks for no ban. Are you still considering? After giving it some legit consideration and thought, we've decided that we are not going to ban you. Count your blessings. You're safe. What up, KS? What kind of list is this? A bad one. Can I hide this fucking dog shit down here? Probably be better if I zoomed out a little bit, huh? Jalen Green at 80. So they're higher on Jalen Green than me. I had Jalen Green at 96. Can the Blazers move a bunch of picks in Simons for OG? I mean, they probably could. That was like a pretty frequently discussed trade when they had Dame. That would actually be funny if, let's just say, Bizarro World, the Blazers are like kind of better than people think. The Blazers are like a little bit better than people think. And then they decide, you know what? Fuck it. We'll trade for OG now. Like they trade away Dame and then go get OG. So, okay, I'll go back to Bobby Portis real quick. Bobby Portis or Wendell Carter Jr.? Tyler Hero at 79. Okay. Scoot comes in at 78. I did not have Scoot ranked. I think he'll have some growing pains that kind of prevent him from being a top 100 guy. But he has looked really good so far in preseason. He has. He looked very good last night. So it's possible for sure. Maybe I'm not putting enough stock in the fact that he was in the G League for 2 years. Do you know where Luka was ranked by ESPN his rookie season? I don't. We can go back and look. ESPN NBA top 100 2018. If I had to guess, he wasn't. 2018, 2019. Let's just see. This is just a trip down memory lane. Russ was 7th. No Jokic at all, but this was kind of before the Jokic breakout. KD, James Harden, Steph Curry, LeBron. It is kind of nuts that a lot of these guys are still in the top 10. Like, I had AD in my top 10. Embiid. Dame just on the outside. Giannis, obviously. KD. Steph. Kind of nuts. I'm assuming that Luka would have been in this range. Al-Farouq Aminu, 100th. Okay. Well. Evan Ford. This is a hilarious trip down memory lane. Justice Winslow. Enes Kantar. So this was after Markelle Fultz's rookie season, right? Tyreek Evans. Man, what a trip down memory lane this is. Tim Hardaway Jr. at 81. Of course, Tim Hardaway Jr. would be traded to the Dallas Mavericks this year. DeAndre Jordan on the Mavericks. Harrison Barnes. Oh my God, the Mavericks were a fucking super team. Andre Roberson, 78th. This would be like having Matisse Thybulle in 78th. Wow, they had OG 77th in 2018. That's actually a pretty good call. So far, no rookies, and I don't think we'll get any. I'd be shocked if there were any rookies. Oh, okay. There's Luka at 63. Damn. All right. That's pretty high. Luka not better than Fultz. Just stop searching. Huh. I wonder if they're going to have Ayton on here. Surely Ayton wasn't in the top 50. Huh. Intriguing. All right. Jordan Clarkson at 77. Feels high. No dominating. Chris Paul at 76. Vooch 75. So nothing too crazy. Cade at 74 feels just really low, but I do get it. It's just hard. I had Cade at 55. But we don't really know what to expect from Cade. Chet at 73. I think that's around where I had him. I had Chet at 79. All fair. The Wendell Carter Jr. omission is just egregious. I mean, the Derek White omission. If you want to make the argument against Claxton, it could be, well, Claxton just really did not look the same after the KD Kyrie trade. Okay. But no Wendell Carter is insane. No Derek White is insane. Jordan Poole all the way up at 72. Yeesh. They had him 55th. That's too high, I think, for Jordan Poole, to be honest with you. Dinwiddie's on this list. He's too high. RJ Barrett at 71 is way too fucking high, man. I didn't even have RJ Barrett ranked. There's just absolutely no way he can be this high, I don't think. I don't really know, though. Knicks players go up and down every single year, but I don't think. Imagine showing the media day photo of CP3 to anyone today. People would freak out saying how much help do they need. Yeah, in 2018. Was 2018, that was the year that they got DeMarcus Cousins too, right? Walker Kessler at 70th. Aggressive, nice. I had Walker Kessler 69, so that's good. Wait, I don't think Jaden McDaniels was on this list either. No Jaden McDaniels on this list. John Collins. No Jaden McDaniels. RJ Barrett. No Jaden McDaniels. Brook Lopez at 69 is low. That's too low for Brook. Michael Porter Jr. 68. I actually respect that. I had him 62nd. OG 67 it feels low. I had him 59, so maybe it's not that low, but Austin Reeves at 66. What do you guys think? I had him 72nd, so. So did you read that Jokic article on ESPN? No, I rarely ever read ESPN. Miles Turner, Rudy Gobert at 64. low. Scotty at 63. Okay. KP 62. Wonder what they're basing that off of. I had KP. Where did I have KP? 41st. Yeah, I think KP has to be in the top 50, honestly, especially after last year. Desmond Bain 61 feels a little bit low to me as well. I had him in the top 50. DeJounte at 60. I respect that. Marcus Smart at 59. That feels high. I would rather have Bain than Marcus Smart, I think. Jeremy Grant at 58. That's about right. Zion at 57. So this one sparked quite a bit of controversy. Where did I have Zion? I had Zion 19th. But admittedly, he is impossible to rank. Because when he's on the floor, he's a borderline top 10 player. But he's never on the floor. It has seemingly been a big question for Williams throughout his career. Can he stay healthy? The Pelicans forwards drop in the rankings is directly tied to his games played. He played 29 games last season, has played more than just 30 games once in his 4-year career. Holy shit, man. That is just insane. So, this seems ridiculous, but it's really not, man. He doesn't play ever. Like, what are you supposed to say? Jeremy Grant over Michael Porter Jr. I'm shaking. I think I had that too. Oh, no, I didn't. Fred VanVleet, 56. It's about right. That's fair. Draymond, 55. And this is exactly what we're talking about here, right? So is Draymond a top 50 player in the league? In my opinion, yes. He's still one of the best defensive players in the history of the sport. I think he's got to be over 50. Immediately, what is ESPN's analysis? As the fallout from him punching Jordan Poole. Okay. So this entire thing is about Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole in the face. All right. Why the fuck is Andrew Wiggins ahead of Draymond Green? Andrew Wiggins is at 54. That feels very high after the season he just had. I had him at 75. Has Klay Thompson come up yet in this? Josh Giddey at 53 is aggressive, but I respect it. Franz at 52. That's okay. That's pretty good. I had Franz. What did I have Franz? I was aggressive. 39th with Franz. But 52 is still pretty high, I think. That's fair. Aaron Gordon, 51. And now we get to the top 50. Wait, did I miss Klay Thompson? Oh, boy. They got Klay Thompson in the top 50, folks. In the year of our Lord, 2023. They got Klay Thompson, the top 50. All right. Jared Allen, 50. I had Jared Allen 73rd. I mean, after that postseason performance, Next year, a team would take Klay over Franz. I don't think very many, if any, would. The lights were too bright over Aaron Gordon. I'm crying and throwing up. Dominating 49. Woo! That's high. That's high. Drafted as the number 2 option in Phoenix behind Devin Booker. Aiden Sall's touches diminished more and more. It's Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and finally Kevin Durant added to the mix. He should be more of a focal point in Portland. So I could see that, honestly. That's top 50 is aggressive. LaMelo at 48, too low in my opinion, but actually, this is fair. I actually thought ESPN would be on some dumb shit and have him way lower than this. Wemby comes in at 47. I had Wemby at 52. So I do have to pose the question. We're going to punish Wembanyama for never playing, and that's okay. That's fair. I think Wembanyama has some injury risks as well, and we just had never seen him play. I can't in good faith have Wemby over Zion. I just can't. 47 is fair. I had Wemby 52nd, so 47 is around the range that he could very much end up on. Chris Middleton at 46. Yep, that's fair. Julius Randle 45. Yep, that's fair. What? CJ McCollum 44? He rose a spot. I remember looking at this a couple of days ago, but I forgot about it. Wow. Guys, I teach him to call him 98th. Was that just way too low on CJ McCollum? $44 is nuts. Nutty. Conspiracy theory is because he works for ESPN. Does CJ McCollum have a podcast? There's so many to keep up with. I think it's fair he is good. Dude, top 44. It's nuts. I mean, is CJ McCollum better than Julius Randle? No. No way. Chris Middleton? I don't know. LaMelo? No. Harden at 43. So, listen, here's where the ESPN shit starts to kick in full gear, right? No way Harden is 43. Just none. Just absolutely no way. It is the bad vibes tax. Harden led the NBA in assists for the second time in his career last season, forming a potent partnership with Joel Embiid, but he lacked the same sort of burst he displayed earlier in his career as a scorer. In Philadelphia, once again, solid season in the Eastern Conference semifinals with a heartbreaking 7-game loss. We read this already. I had Harden 25th, and I feel like that 25th comes with some bad vibes tax. Dropping him all the way down to 43, one spot behind Tyrese Maxey, is just a little bit nuts. He's a better playoff player than Embiid. Yeah, I mean, James Harden is a terrible playoff performer, but so is Joel Embiid. Just can't in good faith have Harden behind Maxey. Just can't do it. Oh. I just can't see Clay being 41, man. I can't see Clay being 41. That's a tough sell for me, man. That's a tough sell. I don't think Harden's top 10, but 43 is rough. Yeah, he's definitely not top 10. $41 is a tough sell. I had Clay 74th. Clay over Harden is disgusting. Clay like over Julius Randle is disgusting in my opinion. Chris Middleton is better. LaMelo is better. I do think I'd rather have Franz than Clay. Evan Mobley 40th. It's right around where I had them. No complaints there. So they're very high in Paolo too, which I respect. DeMar 39th. Yep, about where I had him. Levine 38th. Okay. I was uncomfortably high on Levine in my rankings. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm 34th. And I thought that was high. LaMelo was the one I had uncomfortably high. But I'm planting my flag on somebody. Beal 37th. Yeah, okay. Garland 36th. Okay. Ja 35th. Okay. I mean, Morant's off-court issues have overshadowed his brilliant play on the floor. He missed out on All-NBA selection last season, and the Supermax contract escalator it would have earned in large part because he served an 8-game suspension. He'll serve a 25-game suspension to start the season. Look, it's not like it's a Zion situation. John Morant has dealt with his fair share of injuries, but it's not like it's a Zion situation where it's like, oh, do you think this guy's playing over 35 games? Because if you think so, that'll only be the second time in his career he does that. This is he's serving 25 games and then he'll be back. And because of that, how can you have him at 35? You know? Like that's absurdly low. He's going to be back and playing. It's not a good ranking. That's a terrible ranking. Kyrie at 34, so I had Kyrie 20. I think this is low. A team issued suspension. See, you know, let's talk about the game, guys. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about it's a top 100 players list. You want to if it's a predictive list, you want to factor in, hey, this guy's never healthy. Okay, we can factor that in. You want to factor in, hey, this guy's going to be missing X amount of games because of suspension. Okay, yeah, we can factor that into the equation. I'm cool with that. Well, let's talk basketball, man. Why is Mikal Bridges going to be over Kyrie Irving? A team issued suspension. I can't believe that was last season. And Brooklyn's eventual granting of Irving's trade request added to the 8-time All-Stars turbulent track record. But he remains one of the NBA's most skilled and productive guards, averaging 27 points and 5.5 assists with 61% true shooting. Mikal at 33. Point of attack, defense, and scoring leap would be the argument for Mikal over Kai. Mikal took a scoring leap because he took the shots. Was it good for the offense? No, it wasn't. It was not good offense in Brooklyn. That's just the reality of the situation. Great defender for sure. Great player too. I mean, I have Mikal 35th in my ranking, so this is a fair spot for Mikal Bridges to be at. Don't get me wrong, but he's not better than Kyrie Irving. Jalen Brunson at 32. I had Jalen Brunson at 33. Jaren Jackson Jr. at 31. That's about where I had him. Paolo all the way up at 30. Hey, I gotta say, I respect it. I like the aggressiveness. What could possibly be the reasoning for this? What could possibly be the rationale for this one? Because, okay, Harden demanded a trade. Okay, I guess. I think that's a fucking dumb reason to drop him all the way into the 40s. But all right, whatever. Zion's injured all the time. Okay, that one's a little bit more understandable. Kyrie Irving, we just hate him. Okay, that one doesn't make any sense. John Morant, 25-game suspension. Okay, shouldn't drop him all that low because he's going to be back. What's the reasoning here? He's balding? The balding tax? Man. This is baldism. His aura. Bad podcast? Wait, he has a podcast too? While Young saw an uptick in his assists to a career best 10.2 per game, his efficiency was not the same, with his field goal 43% and three-point percentage 33%, dropping to lows he hadn't seen since his rookie season. So the efficiency did take a hit. No way does he drop this low. No way. None. Zero. Zilch. Marketing at 28. Not better than Trae Young. I mean, come on. Let's get fucking serious, please. This is a round where I had Marketing, though. If you had a game 7 tomorrow, do you choose Ant or Trae? That's a good question. I don't like when they do this. One game to watch in 2023, 2024. This isn't the fucking NFL where there's 17 games. There's 82 games. One game to watch. Yeah, circle that date. I'll pray to God Trae Young's not resting or has tweaked his ankle or something. Brandon Ingram at 27 feels very high to me. I have Ingram at 29 as I say that, so I guess not. Just over Trae. I mean, Trae's the rankings threw everything off. Drew at 26. Okay. Pascal at 25 feels very high. IMO. Pascal is hard to rank. This does it like Trae or Pascal. I'd rather have Trae. Kawhi at 24. Okay, I mean, injuries and stuff. I get it. De'Aaron Fox 23. I had Fox 24, so no real complaints there. The bonus all the way up at 22. I had Sabonis 40, but you guys know my stance on that. Leeching off Jokic aura. Why no interest has the ability to win MVP? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Tyrese Halliburton at 21. That's exactly where I had him. I think this is the only time we've matched up so far. Cat at 20. What the fuck is going on? 20? Okay. Why is Cat ahead of Trae? I need to know. What could possibly be the reasoning? What could possibly be the reasoning for Cat being over Trae Young? I need to know it. Like, what argument is there? Because by the way, I just now realized we have not seen Jamal Murray yet, and I'm sorry. I get that the championship tax is played in here, but top 20 is maybe pushing it a tiny bit. More versatile voices. Elite defender compared to Trae. See, here's where I might disagree a little bit. Sure, I guess maybe Cat in a vacuum is a better defender than Trae Young. But you can survive bad guard defense. It's really hard to survive bad big defense. It really is. Is Cat really that different from Porzingis? See, I had KP higher than Cat in my rankings. And I don't think it's a crazy question to ask teams that are trying to contend right now, hey, would you rather have Cat or KP? Like, if the Timberwolves went to the Celtics right now and said, hey, we'll trade you Cat for KP, straight up, 1-for-1. Like, and let's just say the salaries match up. The Celtics are saying no to that, okay? They're saying no. This just feels... top 20 is just nuts. Jaylen Brown, top 20 as well. Paul George, 18. Wait, did we skip Jamal Murray? $17 is really high. That's really high for Jamal Murray, man. Jamal Murray's a dog, though. He's really good. Don't get me wrong. 17 is high. But hey, it is a championship tax. And he was fantastic in the playoffs, so. Bam at 16th. Hey, I respect it. I respect it as the biggest Bam believer there is. This is even higher than I had Bam, so. Donovan Mitchell at 15th. Okay, fair. Damian Lillard 14th. Immediately, my brain tells me that's a little bit too low, but I had Damian Lillard 11th. Like, I think he's right on the outside of the top 10. If he was like the one guy who I was trying to squeeze into the top 10, but I just couldn't do it. So in my opinion, 14 is a little too low, even though they're close in numbers. Ant at 13. Do you think Ant's can be better than Dame this upcoming season? That's a big ask. See, I had Anthony Edwards 16th, so close in rankings. But can Anthony Edwards be better than Dame over the course of a full season? That's a lot to ask, dude. Patriotism tax. The Omax THJ Maxi and picks for Bam trade in February is going to hit like crack. That would hit like crack for sure. Is he better than Donovan Mitchell? He'll have to be better than Donovan Mitchell this year, and that's a projection thing because he has not been better than Donovan Mitchell at any point up until now. And that's a pretty big leap, I think. So 13 feels high to me, but I am an Anthony Edwards believer, though. I had him 16th. So Jimmy at 12th. Fair. So Booker doesn't make the top 10. As a hater, I want to laugh. Truth be told, the hating side of me wants to laugh. But he's a top 10 player in the league. No, Bill was like 30 something. He was on here. Are we sure Durant is still greater than Booker right now? See, I think Booker is the best player on the Suns. I have Booker 7th in my rankings. So this means that LeBron's in the top 10, which, okay, I mean, how are you going to say LeBron's not a top 10 player? It's LeBron fucking James, right? I didn't have LeBron in my top 10. He's in year 21. That's a hard projection. AD top 10, no qualms there. AD over D-Book, I could see an argument. I had D-Book over AD, but oh, okay. LeBron at 9. All right. I think at this point in time, Devin Booker's a better player than LeBron. Shea at 8. I had Shea 5th. Are you not punishing AD for lack of availability? He was healthy last year in the playoffs, though. KD at 7. No injury tax for LeBron. See, that's where I start to ask questions, because I saw people irate that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's ahead of LeBron. All right, here's the thing, right? ESPN said that this is like a projective list. This is kind of where we sort of see where they're gonna be at the end of the season. Why is it crazy for Shai to be ahead of LeBron then? Shai just averaged 30 points a game. Shai's younger and in theory getting better. LeBron's entering year 21, had a foot injury that really kind of fucked him up for the last half of the season. Why is that insane? Yeah, Shai just made All-NBA first team. You know, LeBron in year 21, why is that crazy? I don't think that's crazy. Tatum at 6, that's exactly where I had him. Steph at 5. So I got to chime in really quickly here. Steph at 5, Luka at 4. Agreed. I got to say, I am actually a little bit surprised. I'm a little bit surprised that they kept Luka in the top 4. But okay. I disagree with Steph being 5th and not in the top 4. How can you have Embiid here? I have to ask. How can you have Embiid here? You can't have Embiid here. I don't give a fuck that he was the MVP. I really don't care. I don't care. And let's be real. Let's just sit down and be honest. And I know I said I would have voted for him, but I know I had him higher than Jokic, whatever. Let's be real. It was a narrative-driven MVP, okay? It just was. And guess what happened? He got his MVP that he's been crying for 3 seasons. And what happens immediately? Guess what? Diarrhea's in his pants in the playoffs yet a fucking again. Guys, he's about to be 30 years old. At a certain point, man, can you just have one? Like, this gets said about Harden, and now it's going to be said about Embiid. You can't just luck into a good postseason run. Like, you can't just randomly have, like, a stretch of, like, 16 really good games. Injured playoffs? He's always injured in the playoffs. Always. It was a crying-driven MVP. I mean, it kind of was. The Perkins incident. I think the top 4, in my opinion, is very, very set with any order, but I think there is one specific order that I think is right. But any order, Jokic, Luka, Giannis, and Steph. I think it's like, in my opinion, the clear-cut top 4. I can't see, like, Embiid's just got to be better in the playoffs, man. The 4 guys that I just mentioned, obviously 3 of them have rings. Luka doesn't have a ring, but those 4 guys have all been very good in the playoffs. Jokic just had an incredible finals run, finals MVP. Steph Curry, 2 years removed from a finals MVP. Giannis, 3 years removed from a finals MVP. Luka's the second highest point per game scorer in the history of the postseason. Embiid turns the ball over 18 fucking times a game. Can't close out games at home. Can't hold on to leads at home in game 6. Doesn't show up for a game 7. Embiid shit his pants, but Luka didn't even make the playoffs, so he can't deduct points for that. I am still deducting points for that. I don't care. Make the playoffs, don't make the playoffs. Okay, you made the playoffs, and you were terrible. And your team flamed out yet again. I think it's fucking hilarious how Mavs fans overstate Luka's playoff credentials like they're not literally the same as Trae Young's. Okay, but statistically they're not the same though. Trae Young, and you guys know I'm a Trae Young defender for sure. Trae Young had, and I'm not exaggerating here, one of the worst playoff series you'll ever see from a star player. And again, that's not an exaggeration. Absolutely one of the worst postseason series you'll ever see from a star. Paul Pierce says, wait a damn minute when it comes to the most valuable pooper. Trae's only had one good individual playoff performance. See, I'll disagree there. Trae was very good in the Eastern Conference Finals run. Wasn't incredible in that run, but was pretty good. But he was pretty solid. He was good against the Celtics in the final couple games of the season. If Trae Young averaged 30 points in the playoffs and had 2 first-round exits, we wouldn't wax lyrical about how valiant an effort it was, and we all know it. I mean, I would. I made an entire video defending Trae Young like 3 weeks ago, talking about how his playoff performance against the Celtics was like legitimately impressive. So I definitely would. I don't know about it. Definitely maybe not some other people, but me, I would. Wait, but this isn't it, though, for the list because, well, I think most people would agree. All right, well, we all know what the 1 and 2 order is. They have Nikola Jokic second. So now that we're a couple months removed from the finals and the season is about to start, there's definitely an argument for Giannis to be 1. Personally, I don't know how you can't give Jokic the 1 spot. Answered every question and criticism anyone could possibly have for him. This is hilarious, bro. I said I was going to have a short stream. I was hoping, honestly, it'd be an hour stream and I'd be done at 2. It's fucking 2:30 and I haven't even done my NFL picks. I have a brain condition. So Giannis at 1 and Jokic at 2. I think it's close for sure. I would have Jokic at 1, but it's definitely close. New flop rule is going to kill Embiid / Booker. Have there been any of the technical flop rules called in preseason so far? Giannis is first, then Dame can't be 14th. Why do you think that? I agree. Dame being 14th is a travesty. Trying to stay away from the rest of the preseason. Are Luka and Kyrie's injuries just precautionary thing? Everything I've seen is that they're not like serious. We'll see. When was the last game they played? Was that on Tuesday? Correct. Came back on Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday they're not allowed to practice. So I'm guessing tomorrow or Sunday is the first day that they can practice again. Luka Bates fouls, not really the same as flopping. No, Luka flops. Luka definitely flops. No, the Mavericks' first game of the season is in San Antonio. All right, let's I got to get out of here. So let's do my NFL picks. All in all, my biggest gripes with this list, Harden's placement makes no sense to me at all. Kyrie's placement makes no sense to me at all. That just feels like stuff outside of basketball, where I can understand the injury side of things with like Zion and Kawhi, but I can't really get there for them. Who you got in the LCS? Man, who the fuck do you think I got? You want to know something? Hold on a second. Let's do some on the fly editing here. Let's do some on the fly editing. Harden to the Heat would be interesting. Who you got in the LCS? So this might be a little bit hypocritical because I'm sitting here thinking, well, yeah, the Rangers can take down the big baddie, Houston Astros. I think the Phillies dispatch of the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are a nice story and everything and cool story, but the Phillies are just dogs. They did it a year ago. They'll do it again. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Listen, there's definitely a world in which the Rangers win. Like, they got it. They're hot. They're the hottest team in baseball. Bear with me here for a second, guys. Bear with me. Hey! Hey. Hey, guys. Bear with me for a second. Slightly spooky. Speaking of slightly spooky, Halloween is right around the fucking corner. This time of the year is the best time of the year by far, but it kind of sucks in a weird way because it goes by. What the hell is this? It goes by so quickly. I did not mean for that to be a picture of Victor Wembanyama. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me, damn it! Damn it, bear with me. Where the fuck is this file at? This is inside baseball right here, guys. Speaking of baseball. This is how you edit in real time. Okay? You're seeing a master at work. Bear with me. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right. So here's the problem with the Rangers. One of the problems with them. See, this talked about. The behind home plate crowd is terrible. They're terrible. Now, listen. Rangers organization. Rangers organization, I'm here to help, right? We need everything. We need all of the vibes on our side if we are to defeat the Astros in the American League Championship Series. These little fucking dweebs back here behind home plate aren't cutting it. All right? They're lifeless. Where's the emotion? Where's the passion? We need it. Here's how you solve it. Shoot me a DM. Okay? Shoot me a DM and put me back here. Put me back here. Right? Just right here. That's all I ask. I only ask to be sitting behind home plate. That's it. Nothing else. Hey, Blue, you've been horrible all fucking night. You're terrible. Right? Give him a little bit of these. Get in the umpire's head a little bit. Then he starts to think, wait, have I been terrible all night? You start to get a little bit more calls in your favor. You're welcome. Right? I'm sitting down. Adolis hits a home run. Oh! I'm doing that for every fly ball. By the way. Every fly ball. Pop fly to the shortstop. Ah! Okay? So come on. Get me in there. Okay? Some trash talk too. I'll have to work on my game. Been fucking terrible. Like just something like that. Been horrible the whole game. Something along those lines. Next game, slightly great. Williams front center behind home plate. You don't know what's hilarious? Is if I ever, for whatever reason, was sitting behind home plate, I wouldn't even say anything. I wouldn't make an announcement. I wouldn't tell you guys. You guys would just be tuning in and just be, fucking suck, Blue! Jesus Christ! Oh! Just something to think about. All right, let's do this shit. My least favorite time of the week. NFL picks. Guys, so here's the thing, right? Is you guys know how I feel about the NFL, really. I tried this year. You got to give me some props. I did try. I'm out. I'm done. I don't care at all. I need to know what the ratings were. I need to know what the ratings were for last night's game, because I'll tell you you're lying. I'll tell you you're lying. I didn't see a single person on Twitter talk about that game. Tell me, did you have a single person in your life talk about last night's dog shit NFL game? Nobody talks about it. Nobody cares. Okay? Right? Because it's so terrible. And this is why I come on and say, guys, I think NFL ratings are fake. I just do. I don't have proof. I don't have evidence. I'm just going purely off of gut feeling and intuition. That something is not adding up. No one talks about these games. No one cares. They talk about Taylor Swift. The games themselves suck. Anyways, I don't know. It doesn't tell you what your exact rate. I had a rough week last week. Averages 14 million. There's no way 14 million people are watching that dog meat game. Okay? So let's talk about it. Last week I had a rough week. I thought I actually had a gut intuition about the Bears. Picked Washington. Okay, whatever. Bills Jaguars. Couldn't tell you a single thing that happened in this game. Lions Panthers. Don't remember. I don't think I watched a single second. Oh, the Rangers played on Sunday, didn't they? Didn't the Rangers have a... Yeah, the Rangers did. Game 2 of the ALDS was on Sunday. Okay, I didn't watch a single second of any of these games. I can't tell you what happened. This was a good pick by me. I picked the Patriots to beat the Saints 34-0. Jesus Christ. I think I originally picked the Rams to beat the Eagles. I changed it last second. Thank God I did. Bengals over the Cardinals. Easy. I got to take a little credit for suggesting the Raiders. Broncos. They're terrible. My God. I suggested the Patriots and Rams last week. My bad. Cowboys. Classic. All right. So this is actually good for me because I started to get in my own head a little bit, right? I was doing so well. I was top 10 in the world in picks. I was doing so good. I got a little too cocky and I started to think a little bit too heavily into, we need, I need to pick this. I need to do this. This week, it's a fresh slate. We're just going purely off of vibes. Again, we're not letting anything else get in the way. And the good news is, I don't even know what's going on in the NFL right now. So that actually works in my favor a little tiny bit when it just comes to trusting the vibrator and vibrator only. All right? So get your vibrators out. Here we go. Chiefs, already got that one right. Easy. If you pick the Denver Broncos, you need to be checked into a mental hospital immediately. Tennessee Titans, is this another morning game? Where is this game at? Another London one? Yeah, bad connection last week. Listen, and here's also how I know. Here's also how I know NFL rankings are fake. I just spent the last hour and a half talking about ESPN's top 100 NBA rankings. Right? Who really gives a shit? It's NBA preseason. 130 viewers. Immediately, I started talking about the NFL. Drops down to 80. I don't believe you, Roger Goodell. I don't believe you. This game's in London again? Or is this in another European country? Is this game in Germany? I thought this was in Germany. Either way. Titans or Ravens? You really can't say. Like it's hard to gauge these early morning games. I probably will be asleep by the time this game ends. If I'm just being brutally honest. Let's go Ravens. Lamar Jackson is a dog. Commanders and Falcons. I'd rather throw up. But somebody has to win. Just gauging. Give me a second. Yeah, properly gauged. I'm going Washington. On the road against the Falcons. Bears and Vikings. Bears are hot. Justin Fields is starting to not look like the worst quarterback in the NFL. Justin Jefferson is hurt. Vikings are a joke. I'm going to Bears. Bengals and Seahawks. Bengals are back. Joe Burrow looks great. Definitely got shot up with steroids. Not against it, though. I'm a proponent of steroids in sports. So I'm happy for it. I'm detecting a Bengals blowout. Like the vibrator is just giving me clear view. I haven't had any interference. Any interference on my vibrator yet. I have a clear sight of everything. Browns and 49ers. Deshaun Watson's injured. 49ers. They're unstoppable. Dolphins and Panthers. The Panthers might be the worst team you'll ever lay your eyes on. I got the Dolphins. Colts and Jags. Starting to get a little bit fuzzy here on the vibrator. I'm trying to decipher what the messages I'm getting. I'm trying to decipher it. Something is blipped. Something is picked up. Anthony Richardson's hurt, isn't he? I do celebrate steroids, for sure. I've said before, I won't stop until every MLB player looks like Joe Rogan. I want them bald. I want their nipples protruding through their shirts. Nothing wrong with that. I want their heads to be gigantic. Richardson's hurt, but I got a gut feeling here, actually. I'm going with the Colts. Saints and Texans. Texans are a bit frisky. This is the only game Houston's winning on Sunday. You got the Texans. Patriots and Raiders. Gross. Absolutely disgusting. The Patriots are 1-4. Blech. I think I'd be lying if I said I've watched a single second of Las Vegas Raiders football this year. Vibes are telling me Patriots, but see, here's the thing. The Vibes radar told me Patriots last week and they lost 34-0. Are they done? Put a fork in them? They're not coming back? Classic Patriots get back game. That's kind of what I'm leaning. I'm going Pats on the road. Lions and Bucks. Bucks are 3-1. Lions are 4-1. Bucks coming off of a bye week. Toughie right here. Toughie. Does Baker continue his miraculous start? Or do the Lions really showcase themselves? That's probably the third best team in the NFC. I'm going Detroit. Rams, Cardinals. An uncomfortable amount of people picking the Rams here. I got to say, that throws off my vibe radar a little bit. Uncomfortable amount of people picking the Rams. I still think it's going to be them, but it's uncomfortable. Eagles and Jets. Eagles. I'm actually changing my... No, I'm not. I'm sticking with my gut. Bills, Giants. Okay. No Daniel Jones. Not like it would have mattered. And Cowboys, Chargers in LA. Okay. Can I continue? My impressive run? Can we maybe have another great week and sneak back into the top 100? We got as high as 10. Now we're down to 141. Can we sneak back into the top 100, or has my luck ran out? We'll see. We shall see. I feel very good about my picks. I just trusted my gut. That's it. Cowboys home game. Hey, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. They showed their ass already. It's over. Okay. It's over. There's no coming back. They showed their ass. Thank you guys for coming out. A decent stream. Like, let's just be honest. Wasn't our best. Next week's a big one. Next week is a big one. Starting Monday, immediately. Not fucking around. PowerPoint stream Monday. Eastern Conference standing predictions. PowerPoint stream on Wednesday. Western Conference standings predictions. Friday, Mavericks preseason game. And then it's the fucking season is here. All right? So we're not messing around next week. Bring your best. And we'll have it be a little interactive. I want you guys participating in what you think how the standings are going to play out. So I think Monday, I want you guys coming to the stream with your projections. All right? That's what I want. Study up. Because you know I'm going to be studying. All of the OGs, thank you guys very much. Spend your Friday afternoon anywhere in the world you decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. The season is... Woo! It's pretty much here. Donations, members, thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. And it makes me feel so good. I will talk to you guys again on Monday. You guys enjoy your weekend. Hopefully your football team wins. Go Rangers. Okay, go Rangers. Love you guys. Bye!